laps. I'm raw running for the flex. Pete told me I was next. I'm coming for next. It really isn't no question. Only superheroes in a section.
Hold on, Harrison. I gotta address it. What are you doing? What? Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Put the Vaseline bottle. Put the Vaseline bottle down. Put it down. You're about to watch a YouTube video. Why do you have that out anyway? Put it down. You don't need it. You're about to watch a What If series. Put the bottle down. You don't need the lotion. You know what I mean? Put it down. I'm sorry, Harrison. I was not about to look at that for 40 minutes. Absolutely not. No, we are not. This is not that kind of culture. Okay. I digress, but we gotta address those issues, those fanatics, semantics, if you will. But hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We thank you guys. We appreciate you guys for clicking on this video. We got something special this episode. We talking about Batman and Joker. Just the history of them two, right? Not necessarily them going against each other, right? Just in general, the history of each other. I want to ask this question because I'm sensing, my hostess will being around gods and wizards of that nature and goddesses. I've kind of picked up a couple powers here and there, right? So I'm sensing that the wizard, the anime wizard, has this extra energy tonight. That's what I'm trying to say. Some extra energy from me. Do you know anything about the Batman or the Joker, just in general? I feel your presence.
Yeah, I know a thing or two. I know a thing or two. I am the wizard. The wizard. He has his study a bit. He's got his texts a bit. Let me pull them out.
Oh boy.
The Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
Batman Under the Red Hood.
Let's go.
Batman, The Killing Joke. The Dark Knight trilogy. We all know the Dark Knight trilogy. We all know it.
Okay.
We got The Adventures of Batman, Mad Love, The Origin of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And we got Batman,
Yes,
Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah. I could tell your presence was strong. I was like, he knows this. He knows this. So he definitely carry this one. But before we get into any of the topics, we want to make sure that our viewers, we love you. We want to make sure, are you doing good? Are you doing okay? Let us know in the comment section if you're doing all right. If you're going through something, let us know. Maybe we can help you out, right? If you don't want to put all your business in the street, totally understand. Our DMs, our Instagram DMs are in the description. Go follow us, DM us your issues. Maybe we can just talk it out, right? We can just be a listening, lending ear for you. Who knows, right? But and of course, I usually do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the plug. The plug is where we display our content, our merch. There's merch, guys. There's merch in the description. It's available for you. For you. Okay, let me not say. But the merch is available for you, right? It's content related to millennials and Generation Z, customers in particular. Go check it out. If it relates to you, go buy it, right? If it doesn't relate to you, that's all right. Just maybe recommend it to somebody, right? Do us that at least, right? Help us out. Okay, that's the merch. This video, man, I want to start off by saying just the history of Batman and Joker has honestly, in my opinion, it's honestly shaped the 20th century and a little bit of the 21st century, but really the 20th century, right? With Adam West at the back, it's all about the origin, right? The origin of characters, right? You can't, no matter how good, the remasters or the remixes of the characters, you got to give credit to the origin, right? You got to give credit to them. So I do want to say, like, Batman and the Joker, just in general, them being characters, they shit genius. I remember as a kid staying up to 1 a.m. in the morning watching Batman, just Batman cartoons all night long. Like, it was just Joker. Just I don't know what it was. Just at 5 years old, it was just mesmerizing. It was just mesmerizing.
Yeah. Batman the animated series, Batman the Brave and the Bold. All I needed.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It was like you never got tired. Like you just never got tired. You know what's weird? Batman is not like, I wouldn't even call him a super hero. He is just he's very skilled at what he does. It's like this. He does something. He does small things in a very extraordinary way, right? So like he's intelligent. So he uses technology to propel him to be at the levels of essential God, right? Even though he's not even close to being God. The fact that he's not only smart enough to compete with them, but he's also intelligent enough to use tactics against him. He can fight now. He can fight. He can fight. But I do that the go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I was just gonna say that I do want to talk about the theme of this video. It was really, this is where the disagreement comes. Who is the best Joker? Let me just say, we can already, I think both of us can agree, everybody watching this, Jarryd Leto. Okay, not even gonna talk that. But we know it's really, for me personally, I like Joaquin. Is it Joaquin? Yeah, Joaquin.
Huh?
Joaquin Phoenix. What's his name? I can't pronounce his name.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix. He was great. That Joker movie 2019, awesome. Like excellent. It was good. It was absolutely amazing. Right. But Heath Ledger. I mean, Heath Ledger was really crazy. Like he was for real crazy for that movie. Like that's why it was, because what always gets me is the Heath Ledger walk when he's walking away from the hospital and that walk that he does. Like that kills me, man, because it's like that's exactly how I imagine Joker, right? Just this psychotic supervillain, essentially. And so, me personally, I think Heath Ledger is the GOAT. Rest in peace. As far as Joker.
Yeah. For me, which Joker is the best? It's kind of a loaded question because each actor at least brings something different to the table. Like Heath Ledger, he captures the Joker as this sort of force of nature, like this sort of walking disaster that Batman can't really deal with because he doesn't know how to deal with him, because because in the movie he went against everything that Batman stands for, like everything, because in the Dark Knight movie he goes against Batman's idea like every criminal has a motive. Joker doesn't. He's just there. Like he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix in the movie The Joker, he captures the Joker's origin. He captures that theme of I'm gonna quote the Killing Joke. All it takes is one bad day. And for Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, it was a series of bad days that led him to become the man to lead him to become the Joker. And Jarryd Leto, granted, all right, so I barely remember Suicide Squad. I know I've seen it. I just barely remember it. And I haven't, and and I haven't seen Snyder's Justice League because it's 4 hours long, but I have seen the Joker's clip in it, or the in it. Like, Jared Leto captures this, like, in a sense, I don't know. He kind of gets that feel like Joker as a criminal. Like, he is, like, he has that sort of gangster feel, like he is a criminal. And in the Snyderverse, or in the movie, in that scene, he captures sort of Joker and Batman's relationship. He kind of captures that, and in the context of that post-apocalypse that they live in.
Yeah, it's tough because you did a good point. Watching things, it was like all those bad days, it just added on to his character. Whereas Heath Ledger is just like, it's a line, So it's tough because those are really two different. If you think about it, those are really two different characters, two different Jokers. I'll say just different in my opinion, as far as like not just because of two different actors, but because like you said, the style that they brought was not only different, but it's still, the crazy thing is, even though it was two different styles, it was still accurate. Like watching Phoenix Joker, accurate. Very accurate. Heath Ledger's Joker, accurate. Like, it was insane. Like, my favorite scene from specifically Batman Begins was, Batman The Dark Knight was when, like, they're in the bank and, like, they find out all the bank robbers are actually trying to kill each other. And Joker's, like, the last, like, that's, to me, that's, like,
The opening scene was good. The opening scene was good. Getting it going.
It's crazy because it's really hard to say. It's like we're about to get into who the best Batman is. That was gonna be tough. And then what's the actor's name in the 1950s or 60s Joker? I never remember his name, but him, right? I haven't watched too many of him, but I do remember that. I remember seeing one time as a kid, and I was like, "What is this? Why is this Joker?" But then I realized that he's like one of the first, So you gotta give him that credit. But yeah, that's kind of my thought. What you got?
That played in 19, it was either 80s or 70s Joker.
Okay. I might have that one.
I think it was late 80s. I don't know about 50s Joker though.
Yeah, Joker is, what's crazy? There was one scene I remember in things I was watching as a kid. Joker, he turned his head 180. No, it was 360. He turned his head all the way over. So just like, and then his head just came back. And I was like, he's human. How did that didn't make any sense to me.
All right. There's one aspect in particular that I find interesting about the Joker. One aspect in particular. All right, so the shirt I'm wearing, it's the shirt I'm wearing. It's the yin yang shirt. Yin yang is balance. Yin yang is balance. Like, it's pretty much the Joker and Batman's relationship. It's sort of a balance. Like, the entire at least in the Dark Knight movie, like, the Joker is a reaction to Batman. Like, Batman, the way he was solving crimes, like, he went one extreme into solving crimes, personally going out there and stopping crimes himself. Like, going to that extreme, which led to escalation, like all this, like, which led to escalation. like regular everyday bank robbers or people holding up gas stations evolved into supervillains, which eventually evolved into the Joker. Nature finds a balance. Joker is that natural extreme to counterweight Batman's sort of natural extreme.
That's a good point you made, because that's very true, and that's the case for like a lot of the villains. Like some of them, they don't make sense, which I don't know why. But I think the best example is the Batman and Joker. That's the only one where it's going to be a continuous battle. Like you cannot just say Batman is going to win, and you cannot just say Joker is going to win, because both of them, ironically, they think similarly, but they think similarly different. Does that make sense? Like the way, like how they think different from other people is the same for each other. So like if Batman, for example, if Batman had a plan, he's gonna try to outmaneuver Joker. But Joker is literally gonna do the same thing. He might not do it in the same way, but he's gonna, or more evil way. But he's gonna outmaneuver Batman, so he's gonna think outside the box. They're both gonna be thinking outside the box. That's why I say they're similarly different. Because of that. Yeah, I can't just pick, man. I honestly, I like all the Joker, even Jarryd Leto. Like, even though, Suicide Squad was, yeah. But anyway.
Like, all right, defending Jarryd Leto a bit. Like, wait. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I did like Jarryd. I do like that they are doing. All right, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not. Like, I do like that they are kind of teasing injustice stuff happening in the movies, because Injustice is probably one of my favorite stories. Like, and I do like that the Joker exists in that timeline. Like, he's just kind of reveling in that chaos of that post-apocalypse future.
Yeah.
And I do like his conversation with Batman. Like Batman being like, I promise you, I will eventually kill you. Like them just getting into the conversation.
Yeah.
Because to me, it ties back into that whole thing. Like, if Batman were to break his one rule of not killing, it would have to be Joker. Like, that was the entire argument of Under the Red Hood. Why doesn't Batman just kill the Joker? Because he has done all of these things. Like, he has killed so many people. He has filled so many graveyards. He has killed so many people close to Batman. Why hasn't he killed him? But Batman's reasoning for not doing it is because if he finally lets himself kill the Joker, then there's no excuse for him not to kill like lesser villains like Harvey Dent or Penguin or any of them. Like, if he kills Joker, that's going to push him over the edge, and he'll start making excuses to kill lesser extremes.
That's true, because Batman does have a history of traumatic. I mean, every superhero and villain does. Both Batman and Joker have traumatic past experiences. Obviously, Batman's is more personal, because his parents, his parents were murdered in front of him, like as a kid, which is detrimental.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I do. Okay. So going back to Joaquin and Heath Ledger, like they talking about how they do capture two different aspects of the Joker. That kind of ties into his origin story, as explained in The Killing Joke, Like, like Joaquin Phoenix, like in the Joker, it is the Joker's origin story, at least in that timeline. It tells that story of how a series of bad events pushed him over the edge.
Yep.
That which is one way to look at The Killing Joke. It was telling the Joker's origin story, how he was just a simple man through circumstances that were far beyond his control, eventually just became the Joker. But we don't know the Joker's backstory in The Dark Knight, and that doesn't really matter. Like, the Joker in that movie is a force of nature, which is another idea that Joker talks about in The Killing Joke. He said, like, he himself, like, when he's telling the story of when he's telling his origin story, he says, like, I don't even know if that's true, dude. I don't even know if that's true or not. Like, he's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes I remember it another. Who knows? It may not have even happened. If I were to have this is the quote itself. If I were to have an origin story, I would prefer it to be multiple choice. Like, to the Joker, his origin doesn't matter. Like, his origin doesn't matter to him. It's just, okay, I'm here. I'm here to bring down the bat and prove to the world that anyone can be just like me. Anybody can be crazy, is basically his entire argument. He uses his backstory to influence people, in a sense. Like, that's how he got Harley Quinn on his side. He told a sob story and she pitied him.
Mm-hmm. Where's Joker? Our answers? There is no one Joker that comes up. They're all different, so you can't.
Joker is an unknown.
I like that. You can't put them at first place, right? You can't put them in first place guys when they're all running different races. So I think just because my favorite for sure is Heath Ledger. Like, Saturday mornings, watching cartoons, watching The Dark Knight on USA, channel USA. It would come on like a lot, like on Saturday mornings. It would just be playing, and we would just watch it. My brother would just watch it. But yeah. Now, as far as Batman, there are so many Batmans. There are so many Batmans. I'm surprised they didn't make like a multiverse Batman multiverse.
Actually, I believe they did. Like, I don't know the story. I know there is a story.
I was saying, when did they make this?
I know there is a story out there, like, when I know there is a story out there, like, where Batman goes to an alternate timeline, and basically in that, like, basically it's the Flashpoint timeline. He goes there and talks to his dad, who became that universe's Batman. So I believe they do have. That's at least one example of Batman multiverse that I know of off the top of my head.
I would definitely say, I mentioned this a couple of videos ago. I said, Ben Affleck, no. He was literally the biggest Batman you have ever seen on film, on the big picture. But that's not Batman. But I would say, honestly, I like Adam West. I just like the music. I like the theme music. The original Batman theme. I really do like it. And I think everybody, I don't want to sound like a bandwagon, but it's true. My favorite Batman is Christian Bale. Just because, he captured it, like in the movie, he just captured that character. I don't know. I was, he was how I always pictured Batman, even as a kid. He was, uh,
Hmm. If I had to pick, all right, if I had to pick, like honestly, if I had to pick my favorite version of Batman, I don't think it would be from any of the movies. Like the two main versions of Batman that I really do love were the one from Batman the animated series
mhm.
and the one from Batman the Arkham through the Arkham series, the Arkham video games. Like when I get the mental image of Batman, those two are honestly what I think. Those two are what I think.
Yeah.
Like probably because like the animated series was what I was a lot of not a huge part of my childhood, but it was there. And same with the Arkham series. Like I played every single Arkham game that came out.
Mhm. What would you say for those games? Um, they captured the accuracy of Batman, of actual Batman, like in comics.
Like honestly, huh?
Would you say those Batman, like in the video games that you played, in the animated series, did they capture the comic version of Batman?
Hmm. The Batman the animated series, like it was like it did influence the like I believe it did influence the comic version of Batman. Like
Mm-hmm.
the series as a whole definitely influenced the comics. Like that's
Yeah,
how Harley Quinn became a thing. Like she was originally just a character in the animated series.
yeah.
And as for the games, I'm pretty sure they are based off of one of the Batman comics. I just haven't read it.
Yeah. Don't worry, I get that either. Um, but man, that's yeah, Batman. It's tough. You can't just it's same thing you're joking. You can't just say this is the best Batman. It's different variety, a different Batman. Um, what's the dude's name? I forgot his actor. What's the actor name? Dude who played the 1990 Batman. He was the Vulture in the Spider-Man movie.
I don't know. I always just call him Nipple Batman
Yeah.
because of the movie Batman and Robin. All of them have nipples on their
No,
costumes.
it doesn't make any. You think?
I think it was Clooney.
But what'd you say?
I think it was George Clooney. Hold on.
What's his name? It wasn't George Clooney. It was he's the Vulture in the Spider-Man. But that dude, right? Speaking of which,
Oh.
right, good.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just like, oh.
But yeah, him. Yeah, he wrapped up. Not honestly, as a kid, I actually favored Robin more than Batman. I liked to watch Batman just earlier, but for character wise, I generally was focused more on Robin, just because Batman was always dissing him. Like, no, stay here. Nope, you can't go here. Nope, no, no, no. You know, just like a mentor. I was just like, hey, I can do something. But at the same time, now you're older, you understand, you know, things happen.
Like what?
No, no, go ahead. I was done.
Like when looking at Batman as a mentor, like for me, like Jason Todd always comes up, like
Mm,
under the Red Hood,
yeah.
because Jason Todd represents like he is Batman's greatest failure. Like
Mm,
he was the one Robin that he could not protect, and like the death of Jason Todd, I think was kind of like like a sort of awakening moment for Batman. It was like,
mm,
oh God, I am taking the I am taking the children into battle with supervillains who would not think twice about murdering them. Like I am like actual children into my battles.
yeah. I was watching, but I do know I can't remember the name, but I think I watched that. recently, like a couple months ago, um, where I feel like Robin turned evil, right? And she rid of it. And let me just say, like, you cannot stop Batman. Like, he basically was Batman Jr. Like, or Batman, like a duplicate of him. Like, it's just like he had like another level to him. Like, too, he wasn't Robin. He wasn't the same. He was like a more developed character. And I know we're not getting off topic, but like when I saw Red Hood, I was like, yo, what? Where did this come from? This is like a whole new person, whole new character. And but basically, I saw it to say that's Batman.
Yeah.
I gotta go with I gotta go with Bill. I gotta go with Christian Bale. I guess the best Batman, my favorite Batman and Joker is in the same movie. I didn't realize that. Isn't that a coincidence? Maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know.
I didn't like what you said.
I wasn't expecting it, but like that's my favorite Joker. That's my favorite Batman. That's just and Affleck is Batman. That's rugby Batman. Okay, it's not comic book Batman. Burger King Batman. That's the name of the title of the video. Burger King Batman.
Burger King Bat.
That's the name of the video. Burger King Batman. But yeah, that's just kind of my take on the two characters in particular.
Like honestly, like pretty much like when it like my favorite like going back to the question like who's your favorite Joker? Mm-hmm. For me, like honestly Mark Hamill, like in the animated series and the games, because he did voice him in the Arkham series. Because like Arkham City specifically is probably my favorite Batman thing, like anything Batman, because it is because in a way it is the climax of Batman and Joker's story, or at least partially of it until Arkham whatever the last one was, Arkham Knight. Like Arkham's like the Arkham City, the game literally ends with Batman carrying Joker's dead body out of the city because like he legitimately feels bad that he died. Like in the final scene where Batman is contemplating giving Joker the cure to his disease. Like he brings up reasonable arguments. Even if I give you this cure, I will likely throw you in jail. You will break out. You will kill people. Then I will throw you in jail, and the cycle starts all over again. Mm-hmm. Then when the Joker stabs him and he drops the formula, like the cure, Batman says to him, even after everything you've done, I still would have saved you, because that's who he is, because that's how Batman is. It's that mentality of I cannot be their executioner. I cannot kill them. Like that mentality is just hammered into his skull. And the Joker dies laughing at that irony. Dies laughing at that irony that even after everything, no matter what he does, no matter how many friends he kills or cripples, no matter how many cities he blows up, Batman will always choose to save him. Yeah. he just dies laughing at that mentality. I just love that. I just love that version of Joker so much because because in a sense he captures everything that all the movie Jokers have. He has everything that they have.
Yeah, the Joker's laugh is it's just he's the only one that can, besides Frieza, the only one that can laugh at you even when he's losing. Like, I was like, bro, you're losing. Why are you smiling? Like, what's going on in your head? But yeah, that's true because I kind of like what you were saying. Batman has that superhero mentality, right? That you know, that kind of cuts to the storyline. Like he has to because he's a superhero. He can just kill everybody, right? You can't just go dark mode. I mean, you can, Superman can, but you can't do that. So, and it makes the story interesting because it's like
Right.
it's like good versus evil, right? So.
Like your boy Heath Ledger says it best. You have nothing to threaten me with, nothing to do with all of your strength. You can't do anything to me.
The movie was it needs to be in a collection in a museum where nobody touches.
An unstoppable force and an immovable object. You can't kill me because of some of my ideology, and I can't kill you because what would I do without you? You're just too much fun. What would I do?
It's so true. Oh, I didn't think of that analogy. That is so true. An unstoppable object. I don't know science. I'm uneducated. It's immovable force meets unstoppable object. That's not the same, but whatever. That's what we're going. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. Unstoppable force. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. You just said it. But yeah, Batman and Joker. The battle that never dies. Ever.
Their relationship is the textbook definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah,
that is their relationship in a nutshell. Both of them are insane.
Batman is insane. I didn't pick that up as a kid, but yeah, I always knew Joker was insane, but Batman pretty crazy. Like he's pretty insane.
You can't go through what he's gone through as a child and not turn out insane. There's no way.
Yeah, he had a rough.
This man saw his parents get shot in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? Like who's what 9? 11? What is it? 9, 10?
Something somewhere around that age.
Like that's no wonder. Yeah. So, like, what's so funny? I see you laughing. This is just my I put my edges up. That look good for the red carpet. That's coming up this Saturday. I gotta look good. I gotta. I went to the shop today. Had to. I got what's called the pillow cloud style, the pillow cloud hairstyle. And that's what I got. And it looks like a blue bumble, but it's okay, right? Because you made it to the end of the video. You made it to the end of the video. You did something that not everybody can do. Right? You can't sit through this video and then just stay there. You stuck with it. I'm proud of you. I love you. We love you. We support you. We appreciate you guys for supporting us. And of course, we want to make sure we spread content that you will like, right? We like it too, but we want to make sure you relate to it, right? And What If series is what we do. We talk about things, we bring in characters. Now, this episode, the characters in the same universe, but typically, you know our style, right? You should know by now. We bring in characters from all over the universe. We do not discriminate universes, right? Universe lives matter. I promise you, that's going to be a thing in the future. Somebody's going to say universe lives matter. But anyway, I digress. If you enjoyed this video, give us some support. Go in the comment section down below. Tell us what you liked about the What If series. Tell us what you disliked about the What If series. Or if you just was like in the middle, let us know. Just be like, hey, it was a video, right? It was a video. My edges, let me fix my edges because I can tell it's starting to. Okay, there we go. Is
Any character is on the table, from the cities of Gotham to the seas of the great blue, of the all blue. No character is off the table.
none whatsoever. You heard the wizard. The anime wizard has spoken. He's an anime wizard. But that don't mean he can travel the universe. He can travel to different timelines. All right? That's what we do here.
I can see all of the nuances.
You can see all the realities. This thing is really heavy. I would hate to have hair this long, this big. But I'm like it like it. But if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like and comment down below. Put some pressure. I gotta do that again after the hiccup. I coughed in my own hiccup. I said, put some pressure. Yeah, I was trying to like push through, but I couldn't. Like my throat, it literally stopped. Like I couldn't say anything. I was like, "What's the?" Okay. My weed. It's not effective. This is excruciating. Starting to. Okay, we're gonna do this. Listen, we. It's what we do here. We keep everything real, relatable. We keep everything just connected. Right? We want to connect with you. Let us know what characters you would like to see in our What If series, in our topics. Bring anybody, literally anybody from any timeline. We want to make sure we venture out as far as we possibly can. That way we can get the ultimate battle of the universe. We want to make sure that we bring as many characters as we can to just kind of expand everybody's imagination. That's the goal. We just want to expand everybody's imagination. So do that. Comment in the comment section down below. Like and comment down below, I should say. Put some pressure on that notifications bell. And of course, as always, subscribe to the Radio Raheem and Dom Universe channel for future videos.